Think with the few and speak with the many. By swimming against the stream, it is impossible to remove error, easy to fall into danger. Only a Socrates can undertake it. To dissent from others' views is regarded as an insult because it is their condemnation. Disgust is doubled on account of the thing blamed and of the person who praised it. Truth is for the few. Error is both common and vulgar. The wise man is not known by what he says on the housetops, for there he speaks not with his own voice, but with that of common folly, however much his inmost thoughts may gainsay it. The prudent avoid being contradicted as much as contradicting. Though they have their censure ready, they are not ready to publish it. Thought is free. Force cannot and should not be used to it. The wise man therefore retires into silence, and if he allows himself to come out of it, he does so in the shade and before few and fit persons.
Do not believe or like lightly. Maturity of mind is best shown in slow belief. Lying is the usual thing, then let belief be unusual. He that is lightly led away soon falls into contempt. At the same time, there is no necessity to betray your doubts in the good faith of others, for this adds insult to discourtesy, since you make out your informant to be either deceiver or deceived. Nor is this the only evil. Want of belief is the mark of the liar, who suffers from two failings. He neither believes nor is believed. Suspension of judgment is prudent in a hearer. The speaker can appeal to his original source of information. There is a similar kind of imprudence in liking too easily, for lies may be told by deeds as well as in words, and this deceit is more dangerous for practical life. In all things keep something in reserve. 'Tis a sure means of keeping up your importance. A man should not employ all his capacity and power at once and on every occasion. Even in knowledge, there should be a rear guard, so that your resources are doubled. One must always have something to resort to when there is fear of a defeat. The reserve is of more importance than the attacking force, for it is distinguished for valor and reputation. Prudence always sets to work with assurance of safety. In this matter, the Pickens paradox holds good, that the half is more than the whole.
A man without illusions, a wise Christian, a philosophic courtier. Be all these, not merely seem to be them, still less affect to be them. Philosophy is nowadays discredited, but yet it was always the chiefest concern of the wise. The art of thinking has lost all its former repute. Seneca introduced it at Rome. It went to court for some time, but now it is considered out of place there. And yet the discovery of deceit was always thought the true nourishment of a thoughtful mind, the true delight of a virtuous soul. It is the throne of reason, the foundation of prudence. By its means success is gained at little cost. It is a gift from above, and should be prayed for as the first and best quality. 'Tis the main piece of the panoply, and so important that its absence makes a man imperfect, whereas with other qualities it is merely a question of more or less. All the actions of life depend on its application. All require its assistance, for everything needs intelligence. Discretion consists in a natural tendency to the most rational course, combined with a liking for the surest.
Look into the interior of things. Things are generally other than they seem, and ignorance that never looks beneath the rind becomes disabused when you show the kernel. Lies always come first, dragging fools along by their irreparable vulgarity. Truth always lags last, limping along on the arm of time. The wise, therefore, reserve for it the other half of that power which the common mother has widely given in duplicate. Deceit is very superficial, and the superficial therefore easily fall into it. Prudence lives retired within its recesses, visited only by sages and wise men.
Do and be seen doing. Things do not pass for what they are, but for what they seem. To be of use, and to know how to show yourself of use, is to be twice as useful. What is not seen is as if it was not. Even the right does not receive proper consideration if it does not seem right. The observant are far fewer in number than those who are deceived by appearances. Deceit rules the roast, and things are judged by their jackets, and many things are other than they seem. A good exterior is the best recommendation of the inner perfection.
Keep matters for a time in suspense. Admiration at their novelty heightens the value of your achievements. It is both useless and insipid to play with the cards on the table. If you do not declare yourself immediately, you arouse expectation, especially when the importance of your position makes you the object of general attention. Mix a little mystery with everything, and the very mystery arouses veneration. And when you explain, be not too explicit, just as you do not expose your inmost thoughts in ordinary intercourse. Cautious silence is the holy of holies of worldly wisdom. A resolution declared is never highly thought of. It only leaves room for criticism, and if it happens to fail, you are doubly unfortunate. Besides, you imitate the divine way when you cause men to wonder and watch.
Be careful in speaking with your rivals from prudence, with others for the sake of appearance. There is always time to add a word, never to withdraw one. Talk as if you were making your will. The fewer words, the less litigation. In trivial matters, exercise yourself for the more weighty matters of speech. Profound secrecy has some of the luster of the divine. He who speaks lightly soon falls or fails.
Recognize faults, however high placed. Integrity cannot mistake vice, even when clothed in brocade, or perchance crowned with gold, but will not be able to hide its character for all that. Slavery does not lose its vileness, however it vaunt the nobility of its lord and master. Vices may stand in high place, but are low for all that. Men can see that many a great man has great faults, yet they do not see that he is not great because of them. The example of the great is so specious that it even glosses over viciousness, till it may so affect those who flatter it that they do not notice that what they gloss over in the great they abominate in the lower classes. Never set to work at anything if you have any doubts of its prudence. A suspicion of failure in the mind of the doer is proof positive of it in that of the onlooker, especially if he is a rival. If in the heat of action your judgment feels scruples, it will afterwards in cool reflection condemn it as a piece of folly. Action is dangerous where prudence is in doubt. Better leave such things alone. Wisdom does not trust to probabilities. It always marches in the midday light of reason. How can an enterprise succeed which the judgment condemns as soon as conceived? And if resolutions passed nem con by inner court often turn out unfortunately, what can we expect of those undertaken by a doubting reason and a vacillating judgment?